Hello you lovely lot. Is 2025 going to be the year that FSD Supervised is finally considered worth it here in the UK and the rest of the world? Because let's be honest, at present we've had to witness the steady progress of Tesla's full self-driving progress over the pond, mainly through our screens. FSD outside of the US, Mexico, China, FSD is effectively just EAP features minus the useful smart summon, with the promise of achieving city driving at a fixed price tag. Therefore, frankly speaking, until there was any concrete evidence of the FSD environment changing here in the UK, consumers wanting to buy FSD must be pretty darn low. We don't even have the monthly subscription option here in the UK, well, now at least. That stance, I think, will change as Tesla's released 2 videos over this past week, and finally we have some solid footage showcasing what FSD can be like on the other side of the road. That's in London and the infamous Swindon Magic Roundabout, which is probably the closest thing the UK has to the Notre Dame Roundabout. I think I've got that right, the one that's in France. Anyway, so in this video we're going to watch both videos in real time, breaking down what's happening and talk about why this is a big deal in the UK and the rest of the world really. And finally, why I'm thinking about acquiring FSD in an unorthodox way to see if it reduces the monthly price. And all of that will be revealed, though it's not really confirmed. Anyway, therefore, as I load up these videos, I'd appreciate it if you could just drop the video a cheeky like, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So before we jump into the videos, let's summarize Tesla's FSD in like 2 sentences for those that don't know about it. So Tesla's full self-driving, or FSD, is Tesla's most advanced driver assistance system that's a step above their sort of standard autopilot, which does auto steer and lane keeping on the motorway only. Whereas FSD, that's designed to be the full package and effectively handle everything from the steering, lane changes, to navigating complex junctions or intersections, whatever, even parking, all under the driver's supervision, of course. Tesla does this exclusively using the cameras set around the vehicle and using real-world AI. And that's probably the best and the shortest summary that I can provide you about Tesla's FSD. Cracking on, let's start with the Swindon Magic Roundabout video. For the haters and doubters, this roundabout is the naysayers' go-to that Tesla's FSD would never work here because a roundabout is surrounded by roundabouts. I mean, it's almost too complex for the average mind, not along a computer-powered car. I think we'd all would agree on that. Well, as you can see here, it's showcasing a new Tesla Model 3, and that's navigating around the Magic Roundabout in Swindon, as I just mentioned. But to reiterate, this isn't your average British roundabout. It's an absolute beast. There's 5 mini roundabouts circling a large anti-clockwise one, and it's been freaking out drivers since 1972, and it was actually voted the UK's 4th scariest junction in 2009. Why are the other 3, I wonder? Anyway, so the Tesla is entering the first mini roundabout, and you can see cars coming from all directions, as you would expect. The FSD system is using its 360-degree cameras to track the cars around it. And watching this, you can kind of see why users of FSD do tend to say how smooth and confidently that it will yield to sort of oncoming traffic in these sort of scenarios. And that, I guess, is sort of the AI, it's adjusting in real time to the unpredictable conditions that it's in. But all that's going to be under your supervision, of course. I think when I come to try it myself, there will be some confidence building for sure, supervising it at all times, but how confident will I let it run at each decision? That's probably going to grow once you've sort of been through these circumstances more and more. You can see with this footage, it's just weaving through like a pro. And of course, this is currently prototype software run by Tesla, but Tesla has already demonstrated that it can do this in the US. It can operate in China, adapting to local laws at a very high bar from the get-go. It's pretty much a copy-paste job, but here in the UK, you can see how the car goes around 3 times, each time taking a slightly different path, like a human would do, well, when it needs to. Crucially for me, you can see that there's very limited twitchiness, there's no sort of hesitation. It's quite assertive in what it wants to do, yet it still remains kind of cautious. And I think the naysayers, they're always going to be naysayers. But from a buyer's perspective, You know, you do want this to have been rigorously tested and just doing their best job in trying to prove those naysayers wrong. Getting back to the footage, it ends with a clear exit. And if you have hardware 4, which is for sort of new Tesla cars from 2024, the engineers are running this prototype FSD hardware, and that's literally the difference between the car that I'm sat in right now on my drive and what's in the video. It's an over-the-air update away, and that's key for Tesla's FSD approach. But touching on what I mentioned about the confidence just a few moments ago, this can't be released imminently to the public until it's actually approved by sort of local authorities. But if it can gather the real world data here in the UK, it can also then show regulators this sort of footage and all the other fancy bits of data that it needs to show. How long can the authorities hold back seriously though, once they've seen footage like this? Now, let's deep dive into the second video before I mention how I'm hoping to get a discount on FSD. We'll see how that works. Anyway, just talking about this over the FSD video clips, but this time we're going to be cruising through central London. Just as a generalized video, show this to someone who has no idea about Tesla FSD, maybe even your grandparents. This will literally blow them away. We're talking about busy streets, roadworks, pedestrians, cyclists, even the iconic landmarks like Big Ben and Buckingham Palace on the way. We will clearly see this is somewhat home for a Brit like me, apart from it's not raining. In terms of the software itself, the driver can see the revised FSD interface on the screen. It's mapping out the vehicles, cyclists, even traffic lights in real time. The car's navigating our narrow streets with construction cones on one side confidently, and it also sort of slow down and adjust. That's Tesla's vision, again, that's Tesla's vision, detecting the obstacles and just keeping things safe. Just how you'd want a sort of a learner driver to approach a similar circumstance for the first time. And for those eagle-eyed viewers, you can see Big Ben watching this, and the car just doesn't really care that, you know, one of the UK's biggest landmarks is just there. It's just handling the lane changes, the traffic signals, like a local cabbie. And I think what's unique from the UK roads to those in the US is we do tend to have a bit more of those tighter lanes, arguably more complex junctions, and drivers who, let's be honest, they can be a little bit more aggressive in London, but probably no more so than a New Yorker driver, maybe. I may have ruffled some feathers there somewhere. Anyway, FSD looks calm, collected, more so than me driving in London, that's for sure. Takes the emotion out of driving, which even for sort of petrol heads, when you're driving around the city streets, I think everyone can agree in that perspective. And of course, safety is a big thing for the software, as it's stopping for pedestrians at crosswalks and then smoothly merges into traffic. The AI is making split-second decisions based on tons of real-world driving data, and probably UK based, to match some of our rules and quirkiness. Though the more data it gets, the better it can be in the future. I mean, the video has to end at some point. There's no interventions from the safety driver, which is huge, but you kind of expect that from a demonstration ride, especially if you're trying to get approval from regulators. But it's also a public flex for Tesla's clearly showing off and inviting our Department of Transport to critique the data accrued. Now, after watching all of that, what does this mean for UK Tesla owners? Finally, there's evidence out there that the UK isn't going to be left out, and it can tackle some of the toughest driving spots in England already. But will it convince owners to buy into FSD or the subscription? Let's break it down. Right now, FSD Supervised isn't available in the UK, but Tesla's pushing hard for regulatory approval, and this could possibly be for 2025, but that's probably a bit too ambitious for the legal approval side of it. So maybe it's going to be more like 2026. In the US, FSD costs a pretty penny, either a one-time purchase or a monthly subscription. We already know what the one-off fee here is, so if you do want to part ways and splash £6,800 up front, go right ahead. But at $99 a month, and you can cancel that anytime, month rolling, if the UK copies that and charges what, maybe £75 to £99, that could definitely spark some interest here. But whilst that monthly subscription hasn't been confirmed at all, if it does mirror the release in the US, it could well easily follow when FSD Supervised is available to the public, and if so, hopefully we all get that 1 month free trial of FSD first. In my sort of personal circumstance, I still have a chunk of Tesla referral credit that isn't quite enough to acquire the full FSD package, but it's actually a generous amount just to cover enhanced autopilot. And whilst the features of enhanced autopilot aren't what I desire, if you do have EAP, it actually lowers the upgrade price to about half if you're after that one-off fee. That said, I'm not sure if this actually translates to the month rolling price of £99 a month, which would be my actual personal preference. But I don't think Tesla really does it that way. But either way, my referral credit is expiring very shortly, and locking into enhanced autopilot is better than just letting it completely expire. Wouldn't you agree? So, to confirm to the FSD doubters, Tesla's FSD Supervised is already tackling Swindon's magic roundabouts and London's busy streets. And whilst the job isn't done yet, it's still a huge step towards autonomous driving in the UK. It's the first time Tesla's Vision FSD has been shown here, and that has got some of us well and truly excited about the future. Even if it's not quite fully autonomous just yet, will it convince UK owners to subscribe at any time soon? What do you think? Let me know what you think, and when will it be released in the UK? Is 2026 still too ambitious? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you haven't done so already, do check the links in the video description. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, share the video with any friends or family that may need to see this. It's pretty damn exciting, I say so myself. You folks have been great, and I'll see you in the next one.